the hell is going on with you? This is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, and I usually don't do these, but I kind of feel compelled today to do one. Okay, now if you remember sometimes, or if you've been watching this channel for a long time, hold up, pause, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. In that motherfucking order, okay? That's the order of operations. And I usually don't do these, but sometimes I just get compelled to do a random reading for I don't know who. Now, I do have an age range, I have a physical description, and I can kind of briefly describe you before we get into the reading. Okay, but before we do that, if you are into your magical practices and want to take it to a whole other level, okay, a level that transcends objects and things as far as what you're trying to do, and you're trying to do magic on a more identity level. Because remember, we don't get what we want, we experience what we are. Then you definitely want to check out the Quantum Bruja doll. That's right. It's a whole new cutting edge spin on a very traditional modality, a voodoo doll, a hoodoo doll, a puppet magic, sympathetic magic. But this time, you're able to use it on, with, and for yourself. Okay? How cool is that? All right. So check the link in the description box. There is a sale, I believe, and it's about to end. So you do want to jump on that now and get you reserve your Quantum Bruja doll right now. It's made in your likeness, comes consecrated and ready to go. There's also some rituals included, ritual instructions also included with the doll, so you can get started. But you're also encouraged to be very creative and create your own damn rituals too. You know, that's the most powerful shit you can do. But having said that, let's get into this reading, okay? Now, you are a woman, okay? You are a woman between the ages of 20 and 30, okay? I also have a physical description for you, okay? You're kind of what would be considered short, kind of a fun sized chick, okay? Maybe even extremely petite. You probably were given a hard time, or also gave yourself a hard time as to why, you know, you wasn't tall and thick like the other bitches growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I would say you can almost be almost bordering on slim thick. If you was to gain weight, you might just be very tiny, but I sense that you do have a nice little shape to you, even though you're what's considered petite. Your complexion is like a medium complexion to a ruddy complexion. Ruddy in this case, yes, you're melanated, so we're talking about a really reddish brown, like I get like a clay almost. You know what I'm saying? Some would even say you probably have a glow to you. Okay. As far as your hair and your eyes, right now, currently, you have long black hair. Okay, long black hair. Now, yes, you could have bought it and thrown it on. Hey, I mean, if you buy it, I guess it's yours, right? You also have naturally dark eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if people were like, "Hey, are your eyes black?" You know, sometimes, you know, um, you are also what would be known as like a go-getter. Uh, I remember I used to, one of my partners, his women would kind of also screen broads for me, and sometimes she'd be like, "Hey, she's always on her feet." You know what I'm saying? That means the bitch always has a job, you know. So like back when in the day, you know. So I would kind of describe that as you. You're always on your feet, always on the move. You are a go-getter. However, you have a patience and persistence about you that separates you. So it's not just so much go getter, grind, grind, like impulsive. Like you can, you know, pace yourself if you need to. I would hate to be on your bad side because you're the type that could take a couple months to get some get back, and you'll wait patiently. Okay? But anyways, I got your reading, all right? And I don't even know who the hell you are. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Well, first off, where do I start here? A lot of shit going on. I can tell you like this. One of the things that you've been going through is, well, besides fuckery now that we're all going through on a worldwide level, um, in case you're catching this video at some other odd time, this is filmed during the whole coronavirus production, okay? But one of the things that was kind of bugging you, and probably bugging you now because you have maybe some more time than you did before all this started, was that you didn't know what you wanted. I mean, it was really an arduous task for you. You're a go getter, you know, you're the kind that you know what you want when you see it, but how about can you know what you want and write it down right now without having to see it? Therein lies maybe the problem because without an objective, you have a hard time making progress. And so you've been feeling stuck. Well, I got good news for you. Your spirit is telling me that you're actually going to use this time now, that some of the distractions are removed from your life to, and sometimes this can be very hard because I know when you start to really figure out, a lot of people, first of all, they take it a little bit too serious. Okay, they're like, I got to put down exactly what it is that I want, and I'm not going to be able to change. No, what you want, what you truly desire, is going to change over time. You're not going to want the same thing. So more or less, don't worry about all that shit. Just what do you want now? What do you want for yourself, first and foremost? And even more important than that, the most important question here is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to experience yourself to be? Because I don't sense that you're far away from that. There may be a little minor tweaks. You might have to allow certain things to come up, which is fine. But I see here that you are going to do just that. This right here is the missing key to the forward motion, the forward uh, propulsion that you're looking for. And it has to do with the what and the why also. As far as what may appear to be an outward objective, okay? You need to have something that appears to be outside of you that you're going for, whether it's a particular goal. I mean, maybe that main kind of purpose right now, the main purpose of this chapter of your life has certain physical, like objects or something that you also want to experience. I want them pair of shoes too and all this, whatever. But there's a main headline, a main priority, okay? Interestingly enough, when that word was actually created, priority meant one thing. There was no such thing as the word priorities. That's some 21st century shit. But as I mentioned, discovering who you are and who you want to be is the most important thing. After that comes the what and the why. And last but not least is the how. And believe me, the how is oftentimes seemingly almost infinite, you know. If not infinite, maybe that's an overstatement, but you know what I mean? Hows can happen in so many ways, so many configurations that it would blow your damn mind. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about that. First and foremost, you need to get down the who. Who are you? Who you want to be now? Who are you? Who you choosing to be now? Who is before me? And second, what and why? Okay? But like I said, you're going to do that. So I actually applaud you for that. Now here we have, I don't want to put it because I don't want when I get too close to the camera, like, you see how it does that shit? Yeah. There's a relationship with this person, okay? They could be an air sign. They could be a little bit older too, you know what I'm saying? But they're very smart and there's a really good mental connection. I'm not sure whether it doesn't really feel romantic, okay, but this person is going to play a pivotal part in assisting you, okay. Like I said, I really feel like a heavy air sign to this. They could be Aquarius, okay, but they can actually be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, okay. But just to say, they might be an Aquarius, okay. But um, a lot of times, this is the person to say, "Well, why don't you just do this?" And then you're like, "Holy shit, why didn't I think of that?" You just changed the whole game, you motherfucker, you. You know, it's one of them, okay. Also, I know it doesn't seem like it now. And I feel also that you're about to go ham as far as your education. Now, this could, yes, mean formal education, online classes of some kind or whatever, or like schooly school shit, but more just information that you can matriculate in your system and use and apply. You know what I'm saying? To also assist in defining who you are. It's proof of who you are. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you. And I can already tell you right now, I'm going to jump right in your damn head and say, you've actually probably even today been thinking about, you know what, as soon as this motherfucking shit is over with, I'm thinking about moving for work. That's what I see a lot of. Moving for work, okay? Or perhaps maybe staying in the same company but moving locations. All right, right now everybody's at home pretty much, but I see movement for work. This could also mean maybe looking at, or whatever it is that you're attracted to might have to do with moving around. Okay, and I know right now everybody's been locked up for 9 days and they act like they've been, sitting down for a year, but it could be a lot worse. So always, you know, consider what you can be grateful for. You know, but yeah. So I see that that's been heavy on your mind too, and there's going to be there's somebody that you've had a little tip with, and there's going to be this is also telling me this is also you're going to kiss and make up. Mwah. All right, you're going to kiss and make up, which is a good thing, making peace. And it's essential that you make peace in yourself, even if that other person don't like you, even if the outward situation is never resolved or discussed. As long as it's resolved within you and you're like, hey, you know what, you finally come to a place of peace about this shit. That's what matters most. If there's forgiveness, then forgive them, of course. Also forgive yourself for whatever part you might have played known and unknown. Okay. You're also coming into a time which you will be happy to hear, because I feel like you're most happy when you're doing this, taking on multiple projects, multiple tasks. And I feel also for you, there may be some artistic tasks going on here too, or artistic projects. A lot of people now, uh, may want to start picking up or indulging in some type of a creative artistic hobby, something you just do just because you enjoy, okay? But I'm not saying necessarily that that's what you're going to do, but whatever some of these projects that you're about to take on are also very artistic. And I say that they're going to be a very, very positive, welcomed influence in your life, both inside and out. First, on the inside, sometimes just having that therapeutic time of just focusing on what you want to do and just, getting into whatever your craft or your art is therapeutic as fuck. And I think you know that. But also, there could be some other things that spawn from this that you're actually not even thinking about. That's how spirit works. Spirit loves to surprise your ass. You think, oh, I'm just doing this because it feels good and the vibe is right. And then, boom, some other type of opportunity may open up. That's how you know spirit is involved a lot of times, because it always comes in a way, for the most part, okay? That's not to say that, planning and working your plan and planning your work. So, you're getting results that are pretty predictable because you plan them, okay? But when you're in spirit, in spiritu, inspired, and you act on inspiration, you start tapping into other shit, and then you start seeing the matrix respond. This program will respond because inspiration is like a power pellet in the video game of this matrix. And what comes about, you're not going to be able to see how, what, when, where it's coming from, but you're going to love it and it's going to be better than you expected. Oh wait, yeah, that's the one. So there may be some tough time things right now going on. Besides on the world stage, there's also your internal world. Okay, your internal world is the creator of your outside world. Let's make no bones about it. Let's not split hairs on this shit. Okay, it is what it is. There's also some situations, possibly romantic or from the past, that you've been carrying around. All right. And kind of whether you consciously or you unconsciously use these things, you're going to begin, even if it's just, I have a lot of time and I'm just sitting around thinking, maybe you hear a song that you ain't heard in years and it reminds you of somebody that you really cared about. And somehow this person maybe did you wrong or just shit didn't go right. And you were really fucked up from that situation. Or whatever the case is. That's just an example. Um, but as you start to kind of reminisce or recapitulate, even sometimes we'll go think about certain things, and in our imagination we'll change the outcome, we'll change what happened. Like, we know what we think happened in our past, but in our imaginations we do that, and then because of that sometimes you get a new insight about yourself. It kind of comes and just just bitch slaps you. Okay, just bitch slaps you. um Bitch slaps you with awareness. All right. So that's just an example of how a situation like that might, where you have an aha moment, where you have also what's known as an epiphany. But in this case, the epiphany is about yourself. Okay, your emotions were trying to tell you something about yourself. All right. And finally, I know, if you can fucking get over your fear, all right, and paranoia, like so many people are just showing their ass now because of all the programming and social distancing and this and that. Like, people are almost ready to fight over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, having said all that, when you get over, when this kind of, when you turn the volume down on all that shit, as far as like when things get more back to normal or resemble more of a normal for you, maybe even before shit. Who knows? When the universe, when the spirit, I don't like using the word the universe. It's like when your spirit or even your soul wants to inject something into your life, wants to get something to you. It don't matter what the fuck is going on. It's going to get to you because all this is just a product of within. It really is an illusion out here. I know it's a persistent one. And yes, we do have to deal with it. I'm not trying to be airy, fairy, tree hugging, new agey guy, okay? Just speaking facts. But you have a new love coming. And this guy, he's gonna be very charismatic. He's going to basically knock you off your feet, okay? Sweep you off your feet in a way, all right? He could be a water sign. Um, you will find out, though, also as you start to get to know this guy and stuff, there may be a tendency to be maybe a little bit immature, um, maybe a little bit irresponsible, okay? The reason I said a little bit is just because to show the guy's not perfect, okay? And neither are you, as much as you may think you are, or something at times or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that you feel to me like you're pretty well grounded. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you may joke around, be like, yeah, I'm the shit, blah blah blah. But we all got our things. We all got our. Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But this guy definitely isn't perfect, but he's definitely he's definitely gonna bang the walls out. Okay? Gonna bang them walls out. Call him a remodeler. Call him a what do you call it? Interior designer, because he's gonna remodel them walls, okay? But y'all gonna have fun, and it's gonna be a good connection. Whether it lasts or not, I don't know. You may want to book something once you have after you meet this guy and say, hey, you did a video a long time ago and blah 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 blah. Okay. But yeah, point is you definitely got somebody who you're gonna consider special, you know, and he's gonna consider special as well. He's not reverse, so it lets me know that he's not a total dick or a total fuck boy. Okay, so that should be somewhat of a relief for you. But that is your reading. May you stay in good energy, good vibration, good spirits during this time. Use this time and do not let this time use you. One way that people are letting this time use them is they're doing too much social media, reading every fucking article, and there's a part of them that don't even question what they're reading. It just goes into their subconscious mind, you know? And so people wonder why they're so freaked the fuck out, and there's so much conflicting information. There's so much, man, to make your head explode. My point is maintain your peace, stay well, and come see me after you meet this motherfucker, all right? Peace.